Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 24 of the TW9 Dragon Gate Save here on the channel, as it is the Gate of Adventure Tour, which of course will mean we will be crowning our first Twin Gate champions. That will probably be the co-main, though. I don't know. It's tough to really kind of justify what should be the main and what shouldn't be in this case, because it is the debut of the new belt. So I would like for that to go on last, but at the same time, we got a hell of a title match for the Open the Dreamgate Championship. Masato Yoshino defending his championship against Shinjiro Otani. That's a big match. It's a big match, and it would be weird not to have that go on last, but maybe for the sake of the Twin Gate, I think maybe we have that main event go on last. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But before we do get into the tournament to see what the 10 teams are, there is a bit of a hiccup that happened. So, I didn't realize last episode we put the wrong title on the line in the game. Just great. It was supposed to be for the Brave Gate Championship. We accidentally put it for the Dream Gate Championship in the game. Luckily, it's not that big of a deal. The only thing that's weird is basically Amazing Red's reign is going to be off by probably about a week or so. Not even that. A day. I'm an idiot. I thought it was a lot further along, but that literally was the last day. Because we didn't move this up. It was going to be on the 14th, I think, was when we were going to start. I moved it up to the 11th. That way we get rocking and rolling. So, yeah, that reign is just going to be a day off now. So that's fine by me. But it's funny they now consider that the last defended was not for that match, though. So that's kind of weird, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't affect us in game wise. But this is going to be fucking annoying, though, because now it says that reign is 2 reigns instead of just 1 long reign. I put continuation on the change, so not sure what happened. Either way, as far as it's 165 days and counting, we'll see what happens with his matchup with Otani, if he can keep it, or will he drop the belt? We have a new champion, but our tag teams are as followed as far as the 10 teams. First team, our debuting team, the Outsiders, the Freelancers, one of the best tag teams in the world, coming to Dragon Gate to add another accolade to their resume as Adam Copeland, aka for this save Adam Apex, and Christian Cage teaming up and looking to get a massive victory as far as in their debut to become the first ever Twin Gate Championship. That would really help elevate the company, and that would help elevate the belts if they were to win. But also, whoever beats them, I mean, they're obviously going to be a credible threat. So the target's on their back, for sure. Don Fuji and Kagatora be representing Blood Generation. Since Yoshino, of course, has his title matchup, we didn't want to have Yoshino involved in this. So, went with Don Fuji and Kagatora. Could have went with Don Fuji and Shima, I guess. But, Shima's also a twin, or not a, he's opened the Triangle Gate champs with him, Yoshino, and Fuji. So, felt like at least if there was going to be a double champ, let's have it try and be Fuji. That'd be kind of unique. Jin next, of course, Jack Evans, Roddy Strong, Marahara, Isapa, as far as Jinkei Horiguchi, Ryo Saito, of course, of Do Fixer, Manabu Hara, and Takuya Iwasa, not Shuji Kondo and Iwasa. Manabu Hara will be involved in this tag team tournament. So that will, of course, be for Aigan Lisu, Matsahaki Machazuki, and Ricky Doi of M2K, Milano Collection AT, and Yujiro Amore in the Collection of Perfection. The Havana Pitbulls, of course, for the Havana Pitbulls, they are part of Sweet and Sour International. The SATs, of course, Spanish Assault Team, for, of course, Joel and Jose Maximo. And then Claudio Castagnoli and Sanjay Dutt rounding it up for the United Embassy. Yeah, I mean, no Briscoe brothers. It pained me to do it, but they had just lost a big time. I really had the idea when they had their tag loss. I think it was either the premium day Must not have been the premium day. It must have been this day. They had a day where they had their tag match. Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't this one. It must have been this. Nope. All right, hold on. Let's go to just the Briscoe brothers, just so I could at least visualize it while I'm talking about it. There it is. As yeah, it was day 14. It was Shuji Kondo and Manabu uh Hara, but also Kondo and Iwasa, they beat him during the Gate of Mayhem. So I felt like this was a good way of at least having them be placed over the Briscoe brothers, because winning both those matches kind of helps solidify that they deserve a spot in the over the Twin Gate tournament. But that is the 10 teams. As followed, of course, almost everybody is involved in a stable, of course, besides the freelancers, have Adam Apex and Christian Cage. Everybody else, we got Blood Generation, of course. We got Gen X, Do Fixer. I got Lisu, M2K, The Collection of Perfection, Sweet and Sour, Inc., the SATs, and then United Embassy. So, yes, everybody is pretty much accounted for. Stable wise, everybody is, but the Shadow Hand, who, of course, you had the injured Kinsuke, but Tiny's got his title matchup, so not and Taru, the big surprise, he still has not officially joined Shadow Hand. We saw the turn, but it was not made official that he's joining the Shadow Hand. So I like this idea to give him a bit of a, because again he helped the Amazing Red, and obviously he's not going to be joining SAT. So just waiting in the wing. We have basically with this tour, it's 8 days, and then this premium pro wrestling day 3 show. This is going to be basically day 9 of the Gate of Adventure. So that's going to be the last run of all the tournament matches. But for everyday pro wrestling 50 and 60, those 2 days are going to be building up to the main event of Gate of Adventure and booking the guys that are not on the tournament schedule. So that way, kind of everybody gets booked for the tournament in this tour. Because basically, the Gate of Sanctuary is the August, and obviously we get the whole rest of September off besides the actual Gate of Sanctuary day to give the talent a break before the fall and winter. But yes, and then we'll be in 2007. Crazy. Again, I don't even think we've ran. I feel like we haven't ran over 100 shows, but maybe we have. Oh yeah, we're almost at 150. Doesn't feel like it, but that's what a lot of tournament shows will get you. That where you get round robin days, booking talent just gets each other throughout it. But yeah, I mean, as far as this first day, it's pretty straightforward. We'll get right into it, as we will be running the Dragon Gate Arena. Why not, to kick it off at the Dragon Gate Arena? Oh damn, I can't see. Oh, there it is. I was about to say I can't see it. It's right below it. But yes, locker room incidences. Shinjiro Tani is going to be passing on psychology. He's also now the trainer for what's going to happen before the show. All those safety and training drills that get run because obviously Kensuke's out. Otani passing on tips on selling to Manabu Hara, and he's passing on tips on being a better booker to Shingo. Oh, that's cool. Okamura is getting into an argument with Akira Hokuto. I see the owner's causing shit when she's gone. Or when Kensuke's gone. Well, Akira Hokuto will drop you on your fucking head, buddy. Better watch out. But yes, our first round matches, our first group of matches. As far as the first thing we're going to do is a TV breakdown with the showcasing every team, kind of like a little highlight package, and then obviously running down the full block. With this, because I didn't want to have literally, it'd be 41 people involved in this angle. We just went with one person that was a part of the team as the subject of the video, and then the segment host, which is, of course, Katsuya Ichikawa for the TV. So where is that? Our opening matchup, I think, is going to be this. The Vanna Pitbulls, Manabu Hara, and Taku Iwasa, and that is going to be a win for the Vanna Pitbulls. A huge win. They're going to get some help from Larry Sweeney, so a bit of a fuck you opener to this with some interference early. And then I think we're going to go with, man, I'm trying to remember what's the technical masterclass matchup. It might be Adam Apex and Christian Cage, yeah, against Jinky Sudo and Saito, which is a hell of a match. Adam's going to get the win for his team, and that's going to be 2 points for them. Then we're going to go with Jin Nex and Claudio and Sanjay Dutt. Roddy's going to beat Claudio here. That's a huge win for Jin Nex. Part of me wants to put that. Yeah, part of me wants to swap that here. Yep, swap that there. All right, I think that's better. I think that is better. Don Fuji and Kagatora. Kagatora gonna get the win for Don Fuji. And, as far as for the Blood Generation itself, huge win for him. Gets back on the right track. And then our main event, we're putting a lot of faith in these guys. I think it's going to deliver. It's going to be Milano and Yujiro versus M2K, Machizuki and Urki Doi. I forgot to pick a fucking winner for this. Yeah, it's going to be Machizuki and Doi. They're going to beat Yujiro and Milano. We're going to have Machizuki. Actually, yeah, we'll have Machizuki. I was going to have Doi beat him, but that's no big deal. No big deal there. And yeah. Kind of crazy that's the co-main. Especially compared to some of these other matches we got, but I got a vision. I got a vision. So, we're probably, I'm just going to say this now, we probably will not be airing any angles throughout these Gate of Adventure tour dates. It's just not really necessary, I don't think. We'll see, though. We will see. But right now, we gotta cut 5 minutes. I know that much. You know what? I don't think we're going to be able to cut a lot of time. We might as well just change it to an hour and a half. No need to try and do it. Yeah, there we go. We're good to go. How's the show looking? Wow, Christian Cage being used too much? That's kind of crazy. He should be pretty over. He's actually been working DDT and shit. Like, that's crazy. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's Japan shit's actually not as good as I thought it would be. For him, he's been working DDT for like a year. Well, I'll be. Interesting. Interesting. But we should be fine. Should be fine. Day one. Here we go. And we should have a pretty good show. Well, the opener sucked. Yeah, the TV segment didn't go over well. But that's alright. Gotta start somewhere. It's like the United Nations, all these goddamn teams with different logos. Besides, of course, Adam Apex and Christian Cage. 33. That's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero get the win thanks to Larry Sweeney. A modified Dragon Sleeper. That's a great win for Rocky. Yeah, Manabu Hard was the worst guy in the match, so I don't feel too bad about him losing. And Larry Sweeney doing some good work in ringside. Great pairing for Larry. It helps out both. I think it helps everybody involved, honestly, with this team. Joining the Sweet and Sour Incorporated. Cooled the crowd a little, though. Not great. Jack Evans and Roddy against Sanjay Dutt and Claudio Castagnoli. It's so weird seeing Claudio be so bad compared to everybody else. Roddy gets the win with the CX-03. Oh man, that is a throwback. My goodness. We gotta give him his Death by Roderick. Yeah, because he probably doesn't have a lot of his shit that he was doing around this time. I don't know if we give them, I don't know if we gave them, rather, the homage with the Bulldogs. We need to do that as well. Because, of course, finish is sick. Christian Cage and Adam Apex beating Ryo Saito and Jinky Oraguchi, and it was an upset. Shout out to the boys. I'm glad the Dragon Gate guys are doing so well. Where they have a win where it's a fucking upset. It's funny seeing Adam win with the kill switch. Again, to remind everybody what that is. It's the Steiner's Bulldog off the top, where Adam gets him up on their shoulders, and then Christian comes off the top with a Bulldog. That way it kind of it's a safer finish, I think, than the stacked superplex. I think. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, that move did break Buff's neck. I think that's what happened. It was in that tag match where he got spiked. But man, it's a crazy performance from Saito. Very very pleased with that. Hell of a match though, and we got the Hot and Rising for the next match. Tag team specialist Don Fuji, Joel Maximo. Good shit there. Kagetora pinned Joel Maximo, and man, that's a big win. Yeah, they got outperformed. It was actually more of a yeah, it was, especially with Jose being really off his game and still getting a 43. That is not bad at all. Yeah, Kagetora though, brutal, brutal stuff. 57 for our main event. M2K beating the Collection of Perfection here as Machizuki pinning Yujiro with a high kick. Yeah, Yujiro off his game. Oh no, he wasn't off his game. Never mind. Yeah, it was Shima. We've got to change him out of being the road agent for the main, but that's okay. It's no big deal. Doi and Machizuki almost in the 70s apiece there. That's a great performance for them. Glad Milano is finally doing pretty well. It took him long enough. Yeah, I mean, who would have thought Adam Apex and Christian Cage being the best match? Yeah, could have saw that one coming. But the main event put up a hell of a fight. Can't be too mad about that. Yeah, I mean, a couple of things would like to see a little bit better of, but at least nobody got hurt. That's the thing we gotta hope for in this save. It's just nobody gets hurt, especially early on in the tournament when a lot of guys you can't really replace them. Pretty brutal, pretty brutal. But we made it through day one. On to day two, we go. Alrighty, so day two, we for our main event, I think we're gonna go with the SAT match with Adam Apex and Christian Cage. We'll let these guys go real hard here tonight. I think this is gonna be a fun match. This is kind of the new generation. What as far as Edge and Christian were of like the late '90s and into the mid '90s as well. As far as being two young guys looking to make it and looking to get a big break for the SATs. I think this is a great opportunity to work with a great tag team. So that's a win-win for both guys, or both teams in that case. But yeah, that's the main event. Huge match. As far as the co-main, we all know that Horiguchi and Saito, of course, are a great team. And giving Saito the win over Claudio Castagnoli is huge. Mainly to try and showcase that even though he's small in stature, he's still a very talented individual and still very skilled, and he can beat these giants. Because of course he's 5'8", 5'7". Every time I try to give him more height, but he's a short king, 5'7", 176. Claudio's 6'5". He's probably 230, 240. He's a horse of a man. So anytime we can give somebody a huge win like that to help elevate them, it's for the best. Oh, this is a technical masterclass matchup. I mean, I get it. It sucks that Jack's gonna lose this match, because this would be a great match for him. But at the same time, Jack has won so many times. He's probably the most popular guy in the goddamn match. Yeah, he's almost as over as Christian is in Japan. So I think that's a fine win for him. Now we got Doi and Machizuki against the Vanna Pitbulls. There's Naruki Doi getting a win. And I guess this is the opener as far as Manabuara and Taku Iwasa against Don Fuji and Kagetora. Again, I didn't pick a winner. We'll go with Iwasa here. We'll give him a win over Don Fuji. Why not give him a big win? We might not have that open the show now. Yeah, we should probably swap that, yeah. And then swap this too. And we got under 75 minutes. And because we didn't have a single match go over 20 minutes. So that's probably why on that one. Yeah, but we should probably change at least some of the times around and make that 8. Give this One less minute. Give this one more minute. That way it's kind of all over the place. There we go. I think that's better. Yep, and we're good to go. Well, we're not gonna run a fucking angle. So fuck it. Let's do it. 46 for the opener. Jack Evans and Roderick Strong losing to Milano Collection AT and Yujiro. Big win. Yeah, even with it being a technical masterclass, Jack still outperformed Yujiro, so shout out Jack Evans. Being the man, even outside his element, he can still bring it. Good on him. God bless him. Don Fuji and Kagatora losing here to Manabu Hara and Taku Iwasa in an upset. Yeah, I mean, Fuji's just better than everybody in the match. And he loses, too. I mean, this is a big win for Taku Iwasa, especially for Aiga Lisu. Maybe a potential Triangle Gate title match in the future with that win. You never know. 59 for M2K and the Havana Pitbulls. Again, I'm just so much green for the Havana Pitbulls. They come up extremely short in this one. They lose handedly to Doi and Machizuki. Doi with the Bakatori sliding kick gets it done, but not a bad match. Not a bad match at all. Again, Rocky, if he can get into the 40s as well, rather, that's what I was trying to say, he's gonna go over pretty nicely. Ryo Saito with a dragon suplex on the giant that is Claudio Castagnoli, just crazy. I just can't help but laugh every time I see that he's not even just so far behind everybody else. Like, I get that it's a Luchares company, but he's one of the best bases that there's ever been. Like, he's so good as a base that he would have to be, even though these guys are not really known as high flyers, really, with Saito and Horiguchi, it's still, he'd be in a lucha base for a lot of these guys. He would be such an asset, but it's kind of hard. I guess it's hard to kind of implement that into the game. Well, it's not hard, I'll say that, but it is in the set that the game has now. I guess I should say that there's not like a attribute, or there's not like a thing that, like, if you're working with a smaller luchador, like a flyer, luchador, that you'll be in a base. It's a added bonus or type of thing. But that's a good match here. Adam Apex and Christian Cage getting it done yet again. Christian Cage gets the pin this time for the kill switch, so we're getting that move over pretty strong. 2 in a row. They're rolling. The Maximos almost both in the 50s, though. That's going to be a hell of a team. Again, SATs, they came up short tonight, but that's a great showing. It's actually a good show. Not bad at all. Yeah, that was almost in the 60s, even with the negative shit we have to deal with. Yep, still making a good bit of profit. And we're rolling. We are rolling. We're flying just like Spider-Man is here. As, yeah, I mean, 2 days in, no complaints at all. Obviously we knew getting 2 big former, WWE names is gonna be great for the roster, but I was a little nervous with how much money we're paying them. We're paying them about $4,000 a show a piece. So that's $8,000 there a show. But we're making money still. We're making money pretty handily. I think we still are. Oh yeah, we're good. We are doing just fine. We might put more money in production and stuff. I want to see how we finish up for the rest of the month, but so far so good. On to day 3, we go. Alrighty, for day 3, keep it rolling with, of course, more Open the Twin Gate action. I think this will be the opener. Manabu Hara. Never mind, it's still the show matchup. This had Technical Masterclass written all over it, I guess. Nah, Machizuki's going to beat Manabu Hara, though. That's a great win for that team. And, this is the Technical Masterclass. There it is, yeah. Jinky Orguchi and Ryo Saito, they will get the win over the Collection of Perfection. Yujiro's going to take that loss, and that's going 20 minutes. That's a lot of time. Don Fuji and Kakatora will be losing to Adam Apex and Christian Cage. Yeah, this is going about 12. We could probably give it more time, but I could kind of see why we'd keep it a little relatively short. That way it's a little change of pace. Jin next in the Havana Pitbulls. Jack Evans going to get the win here for Jin next. Another loss for the Havana Pitbulls, unfortunately. And then Joel and Jose Maximo will beat the United Embassy. A tough start for Claudio and Sanjay, as Sanjay's going to lose there in 9 minutes. Straightforward stuff, man. Yeah, I think this probably is how the card should go, relatively speaking. Because I just, how bad Claudio's going to do, it pains me to say that. Might even have that open the show. Yeah, fuck it. There is history to these two teams. They had a match at the Gate of Mayhem at the last tour. And Claudio and Sanjay beat them. So a little win back for the SAT team. And that was a 34 when we did it then. It's probably going to be about the same now. Yeah, I think we're good to go, though. Yeah, 38. Yeah, about the same. Again, Claudio just bringing the match down. Jose Maximo, the Spanish Fly, though, fun finish. Especially with like them and Sanjay, they could really work together really well. So cool with that. Collection of Perfection losing to Marahara Isapa as far as Jinko Orguchi with a beach break over Yujiro. And I got a 61, a 70 for Saito, 61 for Orguchi. One of the best teams we'll ever have as far as Jinko Orguchi and Ryo Saito. Incredible stuff for them. The Gen X team beat the Havana Pitbulls. Jack Evans, he's just being the man. And for Gen Next, gets a massive win for them because they had a tough little start. Had the tough loss to the Collection of Perfection, but they've bounced back. They did get the win over the United Embassy, so at least they got 4 points. But it's still very early. Still very, very early. 62 for M2K and Aigan Lisu. Machizuki pinning Manabuhara with a twister. Yeah, I mean, we set up for Steal the Show. Crowd's buzzing. Ready for the main. See if they deliver. 58. Not great, but not as decent. We'll take that. Yeah, I mean, I think that accurately puts that. Got the crowd, why not for it? God, I can't wait till Shima's a better road agent. We should probably have Adam or Christian do it, but have them be one of the road agents, especially with the loss of Kensuke for a year. 52, tough break because almost all the matches besides the opener were good. Just a tough break there. Yep, still making about 10, 11, 12 grand a night. It's a good shit. Spider-Man watching on. And it's, yeah, I mean, this is looking like it's going to be a pretty good tour. Everybody's clicking pretty well. The teams are rolling. And everything is coming together. Every show's pretty much like every other day. So I think it keeps the guys relatively active and relatively healthy to at least get an off day. And so far, it's worked out well. On to day 4. We got. Alrighty, day 4. After this day, we'll take a look at the standings to see where all the teams are at. No surprise here. We do see some interference from Prince Nana. He does try and distract Christian Cage, but he ends up overcoming that and still getting the win. With the United Embassy, they're not like full blown like what the Shadow Hand are doing, where they're trying to destroy the goddamn company by putting all their money and assets into it. But they still, Prince Nana's hate seeing his team fucking lose like this. That's 3 in a row now, and he's trying to get something going to make it, to at least not make it 4 in a row. Doesn't happen though, and they are in fact 0-4. Tough break. Yeah, we made Christian the road agent. They put him in the fucking match as the road agent. So, what are the odds for the first match? I'm like, yep, he can be the road agent for the Havana Pitbulls. And Marahara Isapa as for Ryo Saito and Jinki Orguchi. They will be getting the win. Saito's going to be the man to get it done for him in that matchup. But yeah, that's the Tactical Masterclass matchup. I like that opening up the show, though. The Gaijins, Gaijins opening up. Actually, Yeah, and then the all guys should match. Followed up. Then we'll go with Manabuhara and Taku Iwasa against Gen Next, which they will in fact beat Gen Next here. Taku Iwasa is going to beat Roddy. That's going to be 10 minutes. It's a big win for them. And then Milano and Yujiro against the SAT team, which Jose is going to beat Yujiro. That's a massive victory for the SATs. Massive. Massive match. In our main event, we're setting this for Steal the Show. Machizuki and Naruki Doi are going to beat the Don Fuji Kakatora team, with Machizuki beating Don Fuji. They were going to give him 12. That way, they get a good bit of time. Change up some of this time here. Let's give them like 7. Oh, we actually went below time. I think it's because we made this an hour and a half already. Yeah. Let's see what it's like in an hour. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. Perfect. Oh, we about had that in the wrong spot. That could have been bad. Yeah, we'll have that co-main. Good shit. I think we got a pretty good little show here. We'll see. See how it plays out. 65 for the opener. Wow. That did way better than I thought it was going to do. Which is weird because, yeah, I mean, obviously, Saito and Horiguchi are a great team. They're getting a lot of big wins throughout this tournament. They get another 2 points here. Saito pinning Iraqi with that Dragon Suplex. Good on him. A 54 for Christian Cage and Adam Apex against Sanjay Dutt and Claudio. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Poor Claudio. It's just brutal. Brutal stuff. But good on Christian Cage and Adam Apex. I didn't realize Christian's actually not making $4,000 a show. He's making 2.5 a show. So that's a huge steal for us, actually. Because Christian's a goddamn man. Lisu beating Jin next. Taku Iwasa pinning Roddy after the Noshigami. Yeah, Roddy and Jack. They outperformed him. It was an upset. But I think Manabu, Hara, and Taku Iwasa, they need some wins right now. Lisu, they're kind of losing their way a little bit. Be nice for them to kind of get back on the right track. The SAT team beat the Collection of Perfection here. It is close, but it is a rightful win for the SAT team. Well, oh, no, never mind. It was Jose who hit the Spanish Fly on Yujiro. That's a hell of a bump for old Yujiro, but he took it, didn't complain. Good on him. There's our first injury. Bruised kidney, at least. It's Machizuki and Naruki Doi beating Don Fuji and Kagatora. Big win. Tough break on the bruised injury. Kagatora was off his game yet again. When is he never not on his A game, really? But, man, a great performance from Don Fuji, though. Just Kagatora really shitting the bed on that one, because that was a good performance, and Don Fuji's got some heat with him, which is crazy. Or no, at least Don Fuji should be upset with himself, really, more than anything. The way that was worded was weird. It was like Don Fuji was pissed that he's the one who's injured, but yeah, you're the one who caused it, buddy. He's working through it. The rest of the tournament, he will be working through that. Absolutely brutal. Well, it was only a matter of time, I guess. But we luckily get graced with a non-fatal injury, especially for that team. M2K, we got nothing. Katsuhiko Nakajima's off doing his MMA fight. He's going to be gone. He's been gone for a while, but, yeah. Oh, what victory for Alex Shelley. Fuck yeah. Shout out to our young goat. Alex Shelley's just goddamn man. Yeah, and now it's the Everyday Pro Wrestling show, so at least we get a break for those guys. So that's great. So the tournament gets a break. And, yeah, on to that show. Alright, so we're going to be back in the Dragon Gate Arena for this day. Milano and Jack Evans with a fucking over-the-top duet ballots on their impromptu pre-show competition with the karaoke machine. God bless them. God bless them. And Taku Iwasa keeping everybody in a great mood. And we also saw a poker tournament in the back. Otani doing his pre-show training, safety drill, the safety and basic drills. Kira Hokuto tried to bring BB Hulk into some backstage team building but only succeeded in annoying him. Well, can't rule them all. Shuji Kando's got an idea for a gimmick. We'll probably use that for him. It's been a little, been 2 years with the Aragon Lee, so I think maybe it's a good idea to change it up, freshen it up a little bit. A hell of a match here for Chris Hero. He's taking on Dragon Kid. Dragon Kid will beat him. Mainly for this, I wanted Hero. He's gotten some wins singles wise, but he kind of has to have also a meeting of reality, a little bit of a reality check really with this match, and I feel like Dragon Kid is the perfect guy for that. That's probably not gonna, and that might open up the show because Grant Naniwa and Kazuma Sakamoto is gonna follow it. Naniwa, of course, will be getting the win there. Shout out to the fucking goat. And then Kondo and Matt Seidel. This might actually open up the show. We're gonna cut this down to about 6 minutes. Let those guys kind of work pretty fast, get in and get out and get after it. For them, I think Seidel could take a crazy lariat. Is mainly why I want to see that match. And so it's going to be Masato Yoshino and Shima versus Otani and a mystery partner. And Taru is the mystery partner. Of course, he's going to be a part now of the Shadow Hand. And we're going to see Otani get the win. I wanted to, maybe let's give it to Taru, actually. Yeah, Taru's going to win. Shima's going to get attacked. Masato Yoshihino, he's basically going to get hit with the briefcase, and that's what's going to cause this finish. Yeah, that's why we wanted to do it. I'm now remembering that's what we wanted to do. Yeah, Money Mishima got the briefcase of cash, hits him in the back of the head with it. Sakoto and Davari, they're attacking Shima on the outside to make sure he does not break it up. And yes, bang, bang, boom is what we're seeing there. Oh, it is going to be an outside interference finish because that's going to play a big part in it. That way, Yoshihino's not going to be pissed. Probably still will be, but we'll see. Nope, and Shima's the agent. Oh, Otani's the agent. Yeah, good thing we got Christian Cage here. Good shit. Yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward stuff. It should be a pretty good show. Especially that main event. If it delivers, we'll see. Oof. Seidel did well. Actually, both guys did pretty well. They're just not over, is the thing that hurt this match. But Shuji Kondo with the King Kong Lariat over Matt Seidel. Not a bad finish. Dragon Rana. That's a big motherfucker to be hitting a Dragon Rana on. I mean, Chris Hero is all of 6'4", 6'3". He's a tall dude. And around this time, he's probably about 240, 230. Like, he's a big dude. Especially Dragon Kid in there. Doing a Dragon Rana like that, that's a lot of that's on the base guy. Is that move. But man, hell of a finish. Yeah, Larry Sweeney doesn't get it done for his, I guess his client, but they have a good showing. It's just Dragon Kid's a little too much. Grant Naniwa breaks his fingers in this one. Tough break. Oh, we forgot to add Naniwa's finishers. God damn it, I knew we forgot something. And so, yeah, the Otani Taru surprise actually did pretty well. 47 on the segment rating. And then a 62 for our main. Yeah, Masato Yoshino and Shima. Great team. They still get outperformed, though. Oh, no, never mind. I thought that was a 61 for Taru. No, it's a 51. Yeah, they got outperformed. Because of Taru. But Otani with a 61. That's some good shit for him. Got the pin following the spiral bomb and the briefcase to the back of the head. It's a big win. Basically, referees trying to get Sakoto and Davari out of here and trying to, get all things back in order. Well, that's going on. That's when the interference from Mishima happens. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. It's definitely, a tainted win, but a win nonetheless for Otani. He's looking to get it done. Potentially when it matters the most. We will see. As, broken fingers, luckily not that big of a deal, especially for this tour, since he's not part of the tag team tournament, so good shit. Yeah, there we go. Another day in the books. And we're pretty much at the halfway point. Yeah, we forgot to look at the standings. I guess we could have done it at that show. Let's see how long the loading takes. We might just show it here. That way, everybody knows what's the standings after 4 days of action. Looks like WWE's changing their broadcasting deals. Cool, cool, cool. As for our undefeated teams, we have two. We have Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. I always want to say Adam Copeland now. Adam Apex and Christian Cage. And Machizuki and Naruki Doi. As Saito and Horiguchi, of course, their one loss is to Adam and Christian, so you can't really hold that against them. They're the team that's technically in second, but really they're third. And the teams with 4 points, Jin Nex, Manabuhara, and Taku Iwasa, and the SATs. As far as that is the teams with 4 points, which, I mean, usually I'd be like, 4 points, you got a good chance to at least try and make something. But the way you got two dominant teams right now, two teams that are undefeated, you're going to have to really hope for something. Especially if you've already faced one of those two teams that you've lost. You got a tough road ahead of you. That is for sure. But yeah, I mean, as far as unfortunately for the United Embassy, they got 0 points. Don Fuji and Kakatori's got 2 points. So does Milano Collection 18 and Yujiro and the Havana Pitbulls. Those teams are kind of interesting to see. Like, Don Fuji's been doing well. Milano's doing well. It's just haven't gotten the wins. The Havana Pitbulls getting 1 win, though, is nice. So good on them. But, yeah, I mean, it's still early, but you could tell who the clear favorites are early on in this one, and I think that's pretty representative of how talented those 3 teams are. Teams with 6 and 8 points, Jinki Horiguchi and Ryo Saito looking really good. Machizuki and Doi, of course, are looking great, and so is, of course, Adam and Christian. As on to, I believe we can go right into it. I was about to say, I think this is how this is going to work. We're going to be able to go right into it for day 5. About to say, I think, we ran here day 3. We did not run here day 4, though, because, of course, it is day 4 right now. Let's go. If we can get right at 600, I mean, that's probably we're going to go the Cure special site. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go there, because, 600, that'll work. My Nightmare Toyota wanted to work. Oh, she wanted to hang out, goddammit. She could have held it, hang out backstage. But, fuck that all up. As Taku Iwata's Barful Wrestler's Court, accused of being absorbed by his phone when he should have been paying attention during the locker room meeting. Can't be doing that. So Tony found him guilty and sends to buy a crate of beer for the locker room. So yeah, nice little small positive impact for him. The basic and safety training drill's going well. Good shit. Good shit. Alrighty. So the Havana Pitbull's SAT match. I mean, this is perfect indie match to open up the show. And they're going to get the win, too. So a huge win for Rocky and Ricky Reyes. We gave Rock the last win. I think we're going to give Ricky Reyes this win because he is the better of the two in the save. So we'll go ahead and do that. Manabuhara and Taku Iwasa, against Horiguchi and Saito. Saito's going to get the win for his team. I like seeing Horiguchi beat Taku Iwasa because when, of course, they were the Florida Express, he could not figure them out for the life of him. But he's got to win here with this new attitude of Taku Iwasa. And I think that's the right call. I would say this will go next. Don Fuji and Kagatora against Sanjay Dutt and Claudio. Nice win for them. They're back on the winning track. Still no wins for United Embassy, though. Not great. Oh, man, I think this should be the main, honestly. I love this match, and they get the win, too. Shout out Jack Evans. He's going to beat the Rookie Doi. Let's have that main event. Let's have this co-main. Adam Apex and Christian Cage. They'll still get the win, so they're going to be the sole leader of that first spot. Yujiro is going to lose here. That's going to go 16 minutes. We are a couple of minutes shy. I think I'm going to take just the completely off of that. Make that 8 minutes. Yeah, just Doy's got the bruised kidney, that's why it's yellow. Awesome Manabuhara being used too much, and so is Milano, but I'm cool with it. It's so weird that Milano's not over. Very, very strange. But yeah, we should be good to go. And for day 5. Yeah, 37. I thought they were over enough. They were not. Huge win, though, for Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero. The Cuban Missile Crisis for Ricky and Rocky over the Maximos. Good shit. Two teams with great chemistry, working out pretty well. Well, actually, the Maximos don't even have chemistry bonus, which is pretty crazy. They have a tag team specialist bonus at least. 61 for our next matchup. Saito and Horiguchi beating Taku Iwasa and Abuhara. The beach break for Horiguchi over Iwasa. Of course, Iwasa is very good in these tactical masterclass settings. He does well in that one as well. Nice German suplex here from Don Fuji, getting it done over Sanjay Dutt and Claudio. Boy, Claudio's even getting worse as the time goes on. Brutal. I mean, shout out Sanjay Dutt, though, for doing the same as Don Fuji. 55 for Adam, Apex, and Christian Cage. They beat Yujiro and Milano. I think this was the right call to have this be the co-main. Apex with the win after the kill switch over Yujiro. And 15:45. Shima was the agent for it. Damn. Yeah, I mean, Doi, he's hurt, so that affected the match a little bit. I think this was the right call still, even if he wasn't injured. Roddy's almost in the 50s now, so that's a huge showing. Jack with the corkscrew moonsault over Naruki Doi. We're still having him go out there and steal the shit with a bruised kidney, though. That's asking a lot from the talent. But he delivered. Good on him. It was a good little match. Saved the show, really, to be honest. Yeah, we barely got back our money for the broadcasting revenue with the workers' pay. We basically covered that. And yeah, but it would have been nice to get 10 grand, but that's okay. Still big deal. And so fucking Miles Morales looking jacked as shit. As, yeah, I mean, first 5 days, again, we're getting pretty blessed with injuries. I mean, the really negative thing is just how bad Claudio's been doing, and it's paining my soul with each passing performance, and now it's getting worse. So that's just great. But, oh, Vader's gonna hang it up. Oh, Adam Apex invented a new move at our last show, so good on him. Bringing out some creative shit. Oh my god, they signed Sakuraba. Sakuraba doesn't have a picture. That can't be right. Wow. Well, New Japan's got Sakuraba again, so that's cool. Shout out Sakuraba Jr. though. He had his anime fight for Ryzen. Ooh, was that 2 weekends ago? Or was that last weekend? Either way, it was cool. Cool. Continuing on with the legacy. But yeah, on to day 6 we go. Alrighty, so we got some things to talk about as far as. Oh my. Yeah, that was my bad. Alright, so we got some things to talk about. Lord have mercy, as what we have been dealing with, at least for the past couple of recordings of days 6 and 7. For some reason, OBS just wanted to just say, fuck it, we're not going to record the audio. So, for some reason, it just desynced it. At least it thought that it wasn't plugged in. I don't know what happened throughout. Luckily, I looked over and I was like, wait a minute. Because that could have been bad. I could have went through the whole rest of the tour and into the final show. But, so, basically, we're going to recap what happened on days 6 and 7 before we get to this day 8. But first, Taku Iwasa and Kiro Hokuto have been bonding rather recently. And Otani passing on being more consistent for Kenichi and I. Passing on Saikaji to Manabuhara, and again, I don't know why he keeps on passing booking tips to Shingo. And Larry Sweeney was brought for Wrestler's Court, accused of moaning about stuff all the time, just bumming everyone else out. That is not the Larry Sweeney that I know and love. This is fake news. This is all bullshit. We're just gonna skip right on through that. As Stalky Ichikawa entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament, and then Ricky Reyes with a creative idea for us. Good on him. So this date, we are going to have this be for Gaora Sports. So we're actually going to basically air this entire day. Because it is a big time match in our main event. Majizuki Nurkidoi versus Adam Apex and Christian Cage. That is massive. as for basically what happened for these past couple of days. So for day 7, we went with the Steal the Show matches in the main event. Machizuki and Nurki Doi and the SAT team, of course, Spanish Assault team, but they did get the win, did Machizuki and Doi. We saw probably a mistake here with Don Fuji and Kagatora beating Collection of Perfection because Collection of Perfection, they did outperform them. That was probably a bad call there. The United Embassy, they got their first win. Sanjay Dutt getting the win for that team. The Havana Pitbulls and Sanjay Dutt and Claudio. We saw Prince Nana and as far as Larry Sweeney getting involved in the finish. Larry Sweeney end up coming up on the losing end, though, for his Havana Pitbulls, and the Sanjay Dutt Claudio team finally got their first win because they did not win on day 6. Adam Apex and Christian Cage won against Icon Lisu. That's really no surprise. As far as Saito and Jinky Orguchi, they beat the Gen X team. Of course, Jack Evans and Roddy Strong, which Jack Evans did the same as Jinky Orguchi. So, again, he's the god of the save. As far as for day 6, we also had M2K in the main event. They beat, at the time, they were tied. You know, this is a huge tiebreaker win over Saito and Horiguchi. Collection of Perfection open up the show. Surprised this didn't go over well. I forget what happened here. Oh, yeah, they weren't over enough. That's right. Yeah, that's why that was a 37, because I thought that was going to be a lot better. Adam Apex and Christian Cage beat the Havana Pitbulls. That's no surprise. And then Gen X beat Jack Evans and Don Fuji. I thought about once we saw the scores, because, yeah, Roddy still did, he actually did better than Don Fuji and Kagatora. So we could have had Roddy beat one of those guys, and that make a lot of sense. But we went the other way. We gave Jack the win over Kagatora. That was probably a mistake on our end. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. As far as, again, sellout crowds, pretty much every show. Besides this one, the Dragon Gate show, we did not have a full house. Oh, this didn't have a full house either. God damn it. Oh, day 1 didn't either. Well, son of a bitch. The Dragon Gate Arena, we can't sell it out. We need 800 people. But this show, we are going to be in front of a lot of goddamn people. It's at the Achi Gymnasium, which I was hoping it would show us how many people are going to be there. It's going to be a lot. I kind of forget why. I mean, I get why we had this go on last, but I forget why we made this 2 hours, or at least not have it go on last, have it be a lesser show. In theory, at least from what we had it to be set as far as an event goes. But obviously, yeah, that's the main event. Machizuki and Doi against Adam Apex and Christian Cage. And it's going to be a draw. We're going 30. Think this is the perfect way to go about it. They have not lost yet, Adam Apex and Christian Cage. Machizuki and Doi, they've only lost one time, and it was to the Gen Next team. So figured make that a little interesting, depending on what happens with Gen Next. If they get a win here on this night, and they also win again, and maybe Machizuki loses, they can open up the door to potentially steal one. It would be very unfortunate for Machizuki and Doi if that would be the case. But yeah. Oh, no, they would still actually win by a point. Never mind, JK. Because even if they lost, they'd still be at 13. Gen Next, they would be at 12. So, yeah, actually, it's still, no matter what, this is basically going to be a prelude to the finals. So, there you go in that one. Gen Next and the SAT team, of course, they've had some good matches throughout. We saw them at the Gate of Victory last November. Gen Next won. It was a 54 then. I think it's going to be a lot better this time around. We'll see. Manabu Hara and Taku Iwasa against Sanjay Dutt and Claudio. Yeah, Claudio's going to take the loss here. I mean, I've given up hope on Claudio. It's just, it ain't going to happen. Why force it? It's not going to happen. Saito and Horiguchi, they're going to win. They're going to beat Don Fuji and Kagatora, and Saito's going to beat Don Fuji here. Basically, what we're going to do is lead up to a do-fixer, potentially, Triangle Gate match. Is the idea with Blood Generation. We might do a non-title one, at least for this upcoming show, since obviously Yoshihino's fighting Shinjiro Otani. But yeah, that's not going to open up the show. That's going to go on second. And then the Havana Pitbulls. and Rocky Romero and Yujiro giving a win here to the Havana Pitbulls. This is a massive victory. I think they've earned it, really. I think they've done really well. Ricky Reyes is probably going to be just damn near close to Yujiro's stats. Why not? Oh my, he's pretty unhappy about that. But yeah, that's a huge win for the Havana Pitbulls. And it's going to follow that match too. It's a bit of a roll of the dice, I ain't going to lie to you. Having that match kind of go right in the middle there, because it might not be over enough. We'll see. Yeah, Nakajima's, of course, still training. The booking now, it's probably going to be... Oh, it's actually Fuji and Kagatora being used too much. I did not expect that. Huh. I guess we can cut that down to 17. That'll help it. Oh, help Don Fuji. That'll work. That's crazy. Christian, again, his pop is nuts that it's not helping him. Yeah, at least now he's getting into the 40s now. At least we're seeing it go up. That's nice. All right, yeah, I think we're good to go now for day 8. Should be all squared away here. Yeah, 36 for the opener. Manabu Hara getting a win over Claudio. Sanjay double the 50. Best guy in the match. Shout out Prince Nana for also doing good work at ringside. Yeah, we had the roll-up. I forgot to talk about this. Oh, and Horiguchi breaks his fucking collarbone. We finally get a bad injury. Son of a bitch. We couldn't make it throughout the entire tour. So, Horiguchi with a broken collarbone, that will obviously take him out for the rest of the tournament and for the rest of the month, basically. Which is, I guess, not saying much since it's the 28th, but for August, you know, he'll probably be out for the rest of that month, too. But Don Fuji basically was going for his Nodawa elbow, gets caught, rolled up like the inside cradle, kind of the, basically how Rey Mysterio would go for his kind of bulldog, where he'd do the kind of the fake the inside cradle into the bulldog, that kind of roll up. Go for that as the roll up out of that elbow. I think that's just a crazy kind of counter to roll through it, kind of like a lucha arm drag out of it, but instead you roll through into a roll up out of it. It's kind of how I'm visioning that, but yeah, I mean, just tough break for Horiguchi. Broken collarbone. Ricky Reyes with the Cuban Missile Crisis on the Yujiro. Ricky and Rocky getting the win there. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty close. A believable upset, in my opinion. And a nice win for the Havana Pitbulls. Another broken collarbone. 2 of them, and it's Roddy who's on this end of it. God damn it, man. I mean, get me a break. What a match, though. Wrong team won because of the injury. Maybe if Roddy was at 100%, this would have been a little closer. But, I mean, listen, these teams in a Steal the Show setting, this is exactly the type of shit they want to do. Let the guys go out there and put on a banger. And they did. It just, injury fucked them. Tough break. Another broken collarbone. Luckily, nobody got hurt in this main event. We already got somebody injured, so we were lucky there. Yeah, they were the better team, Matsuki and Doi. Yeah, that's very impressive, of course. A hell of a match. Time limit draw, a point apiece, so they're still going to be unbeaten. But maybe, just maybe, they have found their match, and a 72 is not bad at all. Damn. It was not good enough for the rest of the show, though. Shit. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, obviously, much love to Mochizuki. Had a great showing, best guy of the night. Yujiro a little unhappy with us, so we'll give him a hug. And, trying to think. I mean, man, Jack's been great this tour. Don Fuji's been great for his team. I'll give a hug to Roddy. Tough break on the injury. I feel bad that we're not hugging. Yeah, we're not hugging Jinky or Gucci as well, so I feel bad. We'll give a hug to Jinky. Sorry, Roddy. He'd probably... he wouldn't mind it, though. Oh, yeah, I mean, they're only out for 2 weeks, actually, so that's crazy. So shout out those guys being some tough fuckers.
Well, I mean, it said it declined, but it doesn't really look like it did. It just kind of was stalled. Ah, I forgot to turn that off. God damn it. Or I forgot to skip it, rather. Yeah, I mean, Otani's a great mentor. Yeah. Yeah, be more consistent. Yeah. Listen, just one less rival. Yeah. Yeah. Recovering. Yeah, I mean, riveting stuff there. Jesus has, we didn't make it through the end without somebody getting majorly injured. Two guys in the same night. Who would have thunk? In this goddamn save. But we made it damn near to the end. For Roddy and Horiguchi, luckily, we can just replace those guys. We will probably do Saito with either Ibushi or Dragon Kid. We can go either way with that. And for, oh my god, Noah's still hiring people? You guys are nuts. I gotta make sure that's not a dupe, though. Because I'm assuming he's Dustin Reynolds in the save. Maybe he's not. He might be Dustin Rhodes, but we'll take a look real quick while I'm thinking about it. Because I'm assuming that's what happened. Yep, he is Dustin Rhodes. Yep, another dupe. Gotta take care of that. But yeah, Yujiro, he's still big mad. That's tough. But yeah, for the teams, at least for Jack, I mean, we could use Shelly, we could use Seidel if we want to go double fucking thrill-seeking dudes that could flip. That would be kind of sick. That's probably what we'll do. And those guys are still not even 25. Yeah, he is the Sky Swagger God. I'm killing it. Chris Hero won the CZW World title. So shout out to him, kind of following what happened in real life. He was the CZW Heavyweight Champion around that time. Good on him. It's fucking sick. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. But, yeah, as far as this day, of course, it's a break in between the tournament, which looks like the guys needed with how hard they've been working. And yeah, on to the next night we go. Alrighty, so for this everyday pro wrestling show, pretty straightforward stuff. We have a multi-man match as our main event, the Shadow Hand taking on Blood Generation, which Shingo is going to beat Ryan Sakoto. That's a huge win for Shingo. He needs it more than I think anybody in that match, so going to give it to him. Tag match here, the Briscoe brothers versus Do Fixer, Kota Ibushi, and Naoki Tanasaki. This is the Steal the Show matchup with Kota Ibushi getting the win over Mark Briscoe. That's going to be 10 minutes. Tozawa and Kenichi Hanai, unfortunately, has to be the Technical Masterclass matchup. That match is going to blow. But Tozawa will get a win, and that's his first win. Gosh, I mean, singles-wise, a long time. Actually, not really that long of a time. Yeah, he beat Saki Machine in January, but that still is a long time. And he beat Stalker Ichikawa before that. Whew. That man has been through it. But the reason why we wanted to highlight that is he's going to be running into backstage after his match with the one and only Larry Sweeney. And Larry is going to be out of his mind. And for Tozawa, he is going to be befuddled. Because, of course, Larry Sweeney speaking English. Tozawa, at this point in time, I'm assuming his English is pretty limited. I'll say, I forgot how to look at that page. It should be, oh yeah, personal details. Yep, does not even speak a lick of English right now. Now, what he's going to be doing, as Larry Sweeney is just telling him, it's like, man, you're 20 years old, you know, a big win like that, you're mighty impressive. You're one to watch out for. And as he's kind of talking in between, Tozawa just like, huh? Which, you know, one of my favorite things Tozawa used to do when he came over to PWG and he started doing that. Like every time he would do something, he'd just go ha ha ha, and it was like it got really over with really the American crowd because it was just so like nobody was like doing that. Is very especially when like he dyed his hair blonde, like he was doing his thing, and I feel like he's kind of the perfect guy potentially to be a part of Sweet and Sour. So we're kind of teasing that. I mean, Larry Sweeney's maybe scouting him here. That this is kind of the idea. So we're just going to call it Larry Sweeney introduces to Tozawa, and a little bit more of a recruitment, a little bit more of a hey, well, here's my card. If you ever need anything, don't be afraid to call. And this is really, again, Tozawa, I really want him to kind of go into that transformation of what he became in real life with the blonde hair and the mouth guard. And, I mean, he was him. He was definitely him during that time. So this is a little before that. So that's why we're kind of planting the seed. And especially, he's still got a ways to go. Like this opening match is not going to go well, but he's going to get there. He's getting a lot better. Yeah, I mean, 24. It could have been a lot worse, to be honest. He gets a 41 though. That's the thing. Kenichi and he's awful. We brought him in just to have him do jobs, and I already want to get rid of him. But unfortunately, Shinjiro Otani loves him, so don't want to upset him. But boy, is he awful. But shout out to Ozawa getting a win, gets a 41. Could have been worse. Oh wow, they actually didn't get in trouble for not speaking Japanese. Maybe Larry Sweeney actually knows Japanese now. That's wild. But I like the idea of him speaking English and just Ozawa's just like, huh? it and just the Sweeney so just locked in. He doesn't even pay attention. That he doesn't understand him. He's going through his spiel. His sales pitch, if you will. Kota Ibushi and Naruki Tansaki, though, beating the Briscoes. Them damn Briscoes. Them boys. It pains me as well to see how badly these guys are doing. But they went out there and had a good little match. They're just not really over, unfortunately, for this matchup to have been a little better. But crowd is simmering. We didn't really get them back. There we go. We get them back for the main event, though. Shingo getting the one with the last falconry over Ryan Sakoto. Yeah, I mean, Shingo still got a ways to go, which is actually crazy because he was someone that was pretty much awesome, pretty much from the get-go. And 2006, 2007, he's going to be in Ring of Honor, doing his thing, being the fucking man, coming in on the undercard, taking guys out with lariats. Ashima and Otani, they did about the same, just, obviously a little bit better Ashima. Masato Yoshino being really off his game is crazy. He did the same rating as Taru, but shout out Taru, though. I feel like he's gotten, obviously he was doing, I think he's gotten better since the last time we saw him, when he was working for us, at the beginning of the save. I feel like he was, not at the 50s level, but boy, yeah, that was a one-match show, for sure. We knew that going in. I am okay with that. Yeah, we made a good bit of money, though, so that will work. That will work. As now on to the final tour show for the Summer Adventure Tour. This debuting Open the Twin Gate tournament run. And these guys so far, man, again, I'm very pleased with how it's went. We got absolutely fucked by those injuries, but it is what it is. It's weird seeing first Tiger Mask and that, just Tiger Mask. But yeah, obviously Sayama. Boy, oh boy. What a goat. What a goat. Time for him. As yeah, now I think it is this day, but I am gonna stop the recording at least because I want to situate this Uchuro situation, try and win him back over, because we're making a lot of money. Yeah, we're doing the damn thing, but I think we need to address that for sure to make sure he does not leave or something. Because even though he's an undercard guy, he's important for us, so we need him. But yeah, on to our Premium Pro Wrestling Day. Alrighty, for our last day of the tournament, as it's weird that everything is pretty much already set in stone here for this last day, but we get to see how some of the replacements do. As far as for Jin X, Matt Sydal and Jack Evans, which is going to be a very fun alternate team for Generation Next. We're going to have their finish be a shooting star press into a 630 from Jack, as far as, of course, Sydal's going to be doing the shooting star, and they're going to lose here. Christian Cage is going to beat Jack Evans, mainly because I think Jack is more over than him in Japan. Oh, it's close, but it's a couple point difference. I was hoping that that would help him out, but this is probably going to be the penciled in main for now. Oh, and then Christian's the agent. We'll have it be Otani. That way that main event delivers. As far as for Dragon Kid in Rio Saito, they're going to be taking on the SAT team, which they'll be getting the win as well. Dragon Kid going to get the win for his team, so at least one of the replacements gets a win. Then we'll go to, I guess, Don Fuji and Kagatora versus the Havana Pitbulls, which Don Fuji's going to get the win for his team. 7 minutes, though. We're keeping that short, mainly because of how much of a giant Don Fuji is compared to Rocky. Claudio and Sanjay Dutt versus M2K. Machizuki's going to knock out Claudio with his head kick, I'm assuming. He might win with the twister, who knows. But that will be there on the second matchup. Then the opening matchup, the technical masterclass matchup, Milano Collection AT and Yujiro getting the win. Milano's going to beat Manabu Hara. So basically, what we're going to see is it looks like basically at the bottom, we'll work our way up to the top. Claudio and Sanjay Dutt will be at 2 points, coming in dead last, which breaks my heart. But they are the worst team here, at least on the ratings wise. The SATs, they're with 4 points, which is kind of crazy, honestly. They are a good team. Bad luck during this tournament. Then for 6 points, Milano Collection AT and Yujiro and the Havana Pitbulls. 8 points for Don Fuji and Kagatora and for Manabu Hara and Taku Iwasa. And then we jump into the double digits as we'll be seeing Jin next with 10. Then Dragon Kid and Saito slash, Jinki Orguchi and Saito. That will be 14 for them, 15 for Machizuki and Doi, and 17, of course, for Adam, Apex, and Christian Cage. So we'll be seeing that main event as far as, or that co-main event. I think, man, it's so tough. It's, I keep on going back and forth on what should be the main and what shouldn't be. If we should have that go on last. I think it's going to still be a good match. I think we can have it go on last and it's going to deliver. Fuck it. Why not? Have it go on last. So yeah, that will be the main event. Adam Apex, Christian Cage, Machizuki, Naruki Doi. I believe Naruki Doi is still going to be injured for that, as, see here. Yeah, 5 days, so yeah, he'll still be out. I'm not going to perform the surgery on Kensuke. With it being a medium risk, I figured, don't want to risk it. He's already up there in age. No sense of trying to do a crazy invasive surgery like that. Just let it heal kind of naturally. But yeah, the opening night's probably going to get hurt because it's being overbooked a little bit. We can probably bring it down to 16 at least. Give it a bit of a chance. No, still brutal. All right. Wait, I kind of want to give another match some more time here. Yeah, give them One more minute. Give them one more minute. That'll work. That'll work. All right. So yeah, oh yeah, it's 37 as Milano and Udro do get the win. This is in front of 6,000 people though at the Tokyo Bay NX Hall, 6,270 to be exact. It is a sellout crowd as Milano is going to get the win with the AT lock over Manabu Hara. Great win, and yeah, Manabu Hara worst guy in the match, so it makes sense why he loses in that one. He was off his game as well. 59 here for Claudio and Sanjay Dutt against Naruki Doi and Machizuki. Shout out Sanjay Dutt doing this almost the same rating as a injured Naruki Doi. He's actually, I mean, Sanjay, there's hope. There is hope for the United Embassy. And it's him right now. If we can bring in another guy, I think we are still just maybe a guy or two away since Claudio is not really working out. There's some hope. There is some hope. But Machizuki's going to get that win. Narufuji and Kagatora beating Rocky Romero and Ricky Reyes. Yeah, I mean, Rocky and Ricky Reyes, I mean, Rocky did the same as Kagatora, and then obviously Ricky Reyes just got outperformed by Don Fuji by 10, so I mean, it was relatively close. As far as for two guys that pretty much just made their debut this year. Don Fuji and Kagatora, of course, have been here since day one, so that's no small feat. I don't know, but yeah, 54 there, and the crowd's white hot now. Do Fixer versus the SAT team. Yeah, Dragon Kid and Saito still a great team. And they have great chemistry too, so that's man. Yeah, I mean Do Fixer's just an absolute unit. Dragon Kid gets the win pinning as far as Jose Maximo with the Ultra Hurricane Rana. It's funny because obviously, being an MMA fan, sometimes when I just see Jose, I immediately just think of Jose Aldo, but especially with Joel, it's just easier to say Joel and Jose Maximo when obviously it's Jose and Joel, but just easier that way to go with that pronunciation, even though it's definitely wrong, as Adam Apex and Christian Cage beating Matt Sydal and Jack Evans. Jack was off his game and he still outperformed Sydal by 10. Great win. Kill switch from Christian Cage, getting that basically the Steiner's Bulldog finish, and especially with Jack probably take a crazy finish off of that, a crazy bump off that finish. He might literally spike himself like a madman. That is one crazy white boy right there. As our main and co-main delivered, just the opening match stunk, but not a bad show actually. Not too bad for what we could have asked for it. A 58, we'll take it. Yep, make it a good bit of cash off of that. And of course, now we got our final show, which we're not going to reveal what the rest of the card is. I think we could, as far as from a promotion standpoint, if we just announce those two matches, the main being the Open the Twin Gate title matchup and the Open the Dream Gate title matchup as the co-main with Shinjiro Otani and Masato Yoshino, I think that 1-2 punch can work. And I think it's a way for everybody to really, know that this is a big time card just with those two matches. We'll see though. As, oh my god, Layla graduated WWE. She's an OVW. Good for her. It's funny saying it. She 5'11"? Oh, 5'1", I'm about to say. It's like, goddamn. As Drago getting extended. Thought about bringing him in, but I'm assuming that contract's going to be written. Yeah. But we do have a working relationship with him. So maybe we can bring him in, who knows. Do love me some Drago. But yeah, as far as now, we'll go on to that Gate of Adventure show. Of course, we'll be running it because it's a normal big event. We'll not show off the card or anything like that. It's just going to go right into it. And we'll see how it delivers. Alrighty, we kick off the Gate of Adventure show with a 6-man tag as we see Aigan Lisu lose to Sweet and Sour International as we have Chris Hero and Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero getting the win. Chris Hero with the Hero's Welcome over Manabu Hara. At one point during the match, Larry Sweeney distracts Shuji Kondo. We did change his gimmick because he had uh, as far as a note, or not even a note, a creative idea for his new gimmick. We're gonna have him be, dubbed the Mini Hoss with this new gimmick. It was successful, so that's good. It's rated very good, so it's already better than what he had originally, so that's good. There we go. But yeah, 37. I knew that it might get into not enough overness for this match. I figured Shuji Kondo would do a little bit better than everybody else, and Igon Lisu actually was the worst guy in the match. I thought about having Hero beating him, but maybe we can have it down the line, have that be the win, form in a singles matchup or so. The Do Fixer beating the Collection of Perfection here, big ass 8-man tag for this undercard. Kota Ibushi pinning Zero with the Golden Star Bomb. This is the technical masterclass matchup, so some of these guys not really in their element. Some guys more so. Especially, Saito just doing the heavy lifting of this one. No one came close. Milano and Dragon Kid both with 57. Zero with a 52. Shout out Hiroshima. Haven't been able to use them a whole lot, but here recently, him and Taichi really have the Collection of Perfection. It's really been the Milano and Yujiro show, but they are still quite good. BB Hulk gets some experience. Nuki Tanasaki gets some experience as well. So, all in all, I'm cool with what happened here. Crowd's still simmering, though. They need that big-ass moment. This was not even a Steal the Show matchup. This was just the continuation of the Blood Generation Shadow Hand stuff, and Blood Generation get the win. We'll be seeing Masato Yoshino's following their same footsteps, or will Shinjiro Otani become the new Open the Dream Gate champion? Taru and Money Mishima doing well here. Sakoto again with a tough loss. Or not a tough loss, but a tough performance for him as far as with a 47. Which that's pretty accurate, honestly. It's surprised it's even that high, for being honest. But for Shima, he gets the win. He beats Money Mishima with the Schwing. So good job for Shima. He needed a win, too. I felt like we've been having him lose a little bit. Sometimes that happens when we're the person that's getting booked and stuff. We kind of lose a little bit too much sometimes. Need to swing it back in the other direction. It's the SAT team, the Spanish Assault team, beating Jin next here. Little preview of what we're going to see at our premium day of pro wrestling finale, where we're going to see Open the Brave Gate title matchup between Amazing Red and Jack Evans, since Jack beat him during the Open the Brave Gate tournament earlier this year. Makes sense to have it. The reason why it's not going to be on a big show is, of course, we all know they don't have chemistry, which is extremely unfortunate because that match would be insane with how well they're doing here in the mod, but is what it is. Got the crowd buzzing, though, for our title matches. It's our first one of two. They open the Dream Gate title matchup. Masato Yoshino does, in fact, beat Otani with the lightning spiral. I like the idea of him getting out of the fucking spiral bomb, get one off the ropes, and a quick lightning spiral kind of out of nowhere finish. And Otani comes up short yet again as a challenger for the Open the Dream Gate title. Not a good day for the Shadow Hand. Not a good day at all. But a 76 for that co-main event. Wow, the main event did deliver. How about that? Even with Naruki Doi's injury, he still has a great performance. And what a win, too, because it is M2K that beat Adam Apex and Christian Cage. Machizuki with the Twister, too, and they get it done under 30 minutes, too. I wanted to really emphasize that. I thought about giving them a little bit more time, but the more I thought about it, I thought it'd be more impressive if, in fact, they do beat them before the 30-minute mark. That way it kind of is a little bit of a, maybe they could have beat them on that night during the tournament. So, big win there. Afterwards, we see Christian Cage and Adam Apex. It looks like they're, they have the belts in their hands afterwards, and it's like, are they gonna hit them with it? What are they gonna do? But now they put the belts on them, put it around their waist, hold the hands up, make sure that, hey, man, these guys are the future. And they put them over with a promo saying, when we came here, we thought that we were going to be able to use the experience that we've had, been all over the world teaming. We wanted to prove that we are still one of the best tag teams in the world. Tonight wasn't our night, but these guys, man, Machizuki and Naruki Doi, they've been working their asses off, and they have been a incredible team to watch night in and night out throughout this tournament. And knowing that they were the better team tonight, it's all hats off to them. So really putting them over. And they say, then there's a little teaser. There's that, this isn't farewell. This isn't goodbye for us. This is see you later. We'll be back for those Open the Twin Gate Championship. So they're teasing that, hey, we're not leaving. Or rather, we might not be back right away. We might be gone for a bit, but we're coming back for those titles. Puts over them as freelancers still not being a fully part of the roster, while also putting over that, hey man, this group here of Machizuki and Naruki Doi, they're a hell of a team, one of the best tag teams in the world. I don't love that it had a main event, or it had to be the last thing on the show, rather, instead of saying it main evented the show, the promo, because it just kind of, I feel like usually that sometimes hurts it. But all in all, that main event delivered in a huge way. We still increased our popularity, even with our show not looking so hot, thanks to New Japan and All Japan just kicking our ass with production stuff. But they, that opening match, if they're over, that match is a little better than a 37, and we might even have a better show. We might even have a 70-something rated show. But that main event, man, I can't talk about it enough. That was great. They didn't even complain about losing to them. So shows you what type of guys they are. And Adam Apex and Christian Cage. And made who to put over as well. There's some good shit tonight. I mean, there's a lot of guys that performed pretty well. Machizuki did well. Masato Yoshino, again, he's the man. Put him over strong. Yeah, he's been great as champ. Holy shit, we made $1 million. That's crazy. I can't believe we made it back to $1 million after the skids we have had. We're back above 60, or back at 60 rather. God damn it. I forgot to not click on this. Yeah, I think Christian did a great job. Oh my god, yeah, Noki. Yeah, can we just... God damn it, I always forget you can't just leave it like you did with FM. From the outside. Well, alright, Anoki. Like he's paid attention to what we're doing. Yeah. And one off there. Yeah, Dragon Kid. Hey, it ain't ballet. It ain't ballet. Tani's and taking under Manabuhara as his new protege. Yeah, sounds like a good pairing. Probably should have just said it would have benefited Manabuhara a lot more. But man, what a tour. That, I think, did a lot of good for the company. For not only financial benefits, but man, for what we will now see with a new championship, a new tag team title that I think is going to fit right in with everybody. What is Tori Wilson and The Rock doing? Oh, they've been bonding recently. Okay. Oh, hey, Nakajima won his MMA fight. Fuck yeah. Oh, week or two to recover, and then he'll be back to booking. So that's perfect. Absolutely massive. So what a win there. Yeah, and Incherio is working New Japan, so shout out him. Well, he's the goddamn man. But, boy, for every day of pro wrestling, the tour will still continue, but for this episode, it ends here. Oh, wow, we were 999. So, yeah, we made 200 grand last month. This month, we're already up close to 100 grand already. We've been investing in our merch. I feel like we're damn near close to getting another level. And about once a week, we're getting about 4%. So by the time we get, probably once we get to the Gate of Sanctuary, actually, is probably when we'll be way above that level production-wise, I think we're still a bit away from putting in a little bit of money. Because, man, it's just 75,000 a month is crazy. That's a lot. And, I mean, it could make sense because it's an extra 10 grand a night, but that might add up eventually. Might not be a bad idea to upgrade that. And then, yeah, the high quality, that's going to be a tough one because it's an extra 7 grand a month, but it's basically an extra 9 grand per show, plus obviously the 5 grand to put on top of that. Yeah, this is. I would say this is probably going to be the last thing, the broadcast quality itself, that we upgrade. Because either way, we're still going to be at the bottom, so I'm not really in a rush to upgrade our production stuff. But once we definitely get into the millions, and we'll definitely be looking to upgrade those. I definitely want to give some guys some breaks, especially the guys that were a part of the tournament. I mean, that's a long, hard tour that they just worked on. They deserve the break. They earned it. Had a great great set of shows. Had a great final show, even though it got docked a little bit. But yeah, I mean, again, that 82, I think that is now the new best match. Believe, yeah. Topped the Shima Yoshihino and the Naruki-doi Yoshihino matches. So good shit. Yeah, good shit. We've had a great year, 2006. Think this is finally the year, usually the 2-year mark, you could finally see the strides that the company's taking. That guy's still young too, so that's a added bonus. And the economy is finally back, but the industry is weak now, and so that's hurting maybe our impact to grow. And we're still doing well. Good stuff there. And we will catch you guys next time, though, for the Gate of Sanctuary as we wrap up this Everyday Pro Wrestling tour as well. The finale, of course, we'll be seeing Jack Evans' Amazing Red for the Open the Brave Gate title. And for that Gate of Sanctuary show, though, my goodness, we'll probably have on that show, maybe on the Premium Pro Wrestling Day, we'll do that 4-way that we usually do. Believe we had it on that day 4. We might have did it on the finale. Yeah, we did it on the finale last year. But that 4-way elimination match to see who's going to face Yoshihino next. And yeah, we'll be all set. So we will catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.